In this video, I'm going to talk about guitar intervals. What is an interval? An interval is basically just the distance between two pitches or two notes, or on the guitar, two frets. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and name 12 intervals, and I'm going to start with the G, and I'm going to go through them quickly just to tell you what they are, and then I'm going to kind of go through them slowly and explain more about them. Okay, so if you like this video, give me a like and subscribe to see more. Okay, so I'm going to get on the G, the third fret of the E, and I'm going to tell you what the 12 intervals are based on that G. Okay, so I'm going to go through it real quickly, and then I'm going to go back and explain it. Okay, so the G, so the next fret from the G, the one right next to it, that's called the minor second. The fret after that is called the major second. The fret after that is called the minor third. The fret after that is called the major third. The next fret is called the perfect fourth. The next fret is called the tritone. The next fret is called the perfect fifth. The next fret is called the minor sixth. The next fret is called the major sixth. The next fret is called the minor seventh. The next fret is called the major seventh. And then you have the octave. So that's the overview. Okay, now what I mean by this is the distance between each one of these notes. So the first one, G, minor second, right? And there's ways you can recognize how they sound because they'll remind you of different kind of songs and stuff. And so I'm going to tell you a couple of ways that make sense to try to remember them in my mind. So the first one, the minor second, is obviously Jaws. So whenever you hear an interval, when there's two notes, these two notes, whether it's backwards or forwards, that's called a minor second interval. All right. The next one is the major second interval. Jaws doesn't work. Do you know what it reminds me of? This song. It's a Chili Pepper song, but that's what it reminds me of. But you notice obviously the first one, the minor second is minor. The major second is major. Okay, the next one. And by the way, once you get up to a certain note, we're going to go down to the next string. The same notes are true, on the A string, and they are the E as far as the intervals are concerned. Okay. So right now we did So this one is the minor third. This one's the pentatonic scale sounding. Okay, and then the major third. We're going to go down to the next string now, okay? So it's still the same thing. It's just down here, okay? So this is the major third. What does that remind me of? Absolutely nothing right now for some reason. Maybe it reminds you of something. It doesn't remind me of anything at all. Okay, so next. That's a major second. That's a major third. All right. Then you have the perfect fourth. Now the perfect fourth sounds like this. Now perfect fourth is it sounds like a lot of different songs. Everyone says dun 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 dun. But it's basically just the string underneath the other string, the same fret. Okay, and then we have the tritone. This one's easy. YYZ by Rush. That's not the right notes, but it's the same interval, so that's a tritone. The next one is a perfect fifth. A perfect fifth are basically power chords. Also reminds me of a Star Trek theme song of the, maybe it was Khan. Dun 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 dun. Okay, so the next one is the minor sixth. You have the perfect fifth, and the minor sixth. The minor sixth doesn't really sound like anything to me. The major sixth, minor sixth, major sixth, doesn't remind me of anything at all. Then the minor seventh, the major seventh, and then finally the octave. Octave is just the same note up higher. Okay, so those are the intervals. I didn't have a whole lot of cool songs or to help you memorize them, but the bottom line is these are just the intervals, and there's lots of reasons to learn these. Some of them are you can build chords, you can build scales if you know the right intervals. Sometimes you can just hear, it'll help you be able to hear music and hear them more when you hear different songs, and it'll say, oh, okay, you'll be able to recognize what that interval is. Also, when you're playing guitar and you're in a band or something, you can kind of speak the language. If somebody tells you, it's a major second above what you're doing, so you just go, oh, okay. So it's if you don't know what it is, it's kind of like, what? And why those names? I don't know. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give me a like and subscribe to see more.